Welcome to It's Been How Long? The podcast about Cherry Hill High School East students from the late 1970s and early 80s. This is Kara Siegel.
It's a,
I'd like to welcome in Jodi Graham to the It's Been How Long podcast studio today. Hey, Jodi.
Hi, Kara. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you
You
for agreeing
doing
to be
good?
on yes,
Yeah.
I'm doing great. Thank you for agreeing to be
So
on the
I
podcast
said
today.
something to you earlier before we started, like you're okay. Like, if does anybody else ask you how you're doing? You good?
Yes, yes.
I care. Okay.
I I
Very good.
appreciate that. I appreciate that. So here we are. It is what is today? It's the May
It
15th.
is
My
the 15th of May.
yeah, yeah. And so we are close to that much closer to 44 years post graduation.
Oh boy.
I
Really?
know. I know. Isn't that wild?
Wow.
Because we're in our 30s, I
Oh,
think, right?
really?
No, I own my
Are you
62
kidding?
years. I
Wow.
own
All right.
my
Okay.
62 years. So what are you up to these days? Where are you? What are you
Oh,
doing?
that is a loaded
Yes, it is.
question. So currently, you know, maybe we start here and then go back. So currently, my grandmother, and I think everybody else on the planet has seen that because I've been so excited about it. And my little baby is all over the place with her
She's
picture. And
adorable, adorable.
is it just me?
No, no, you're right. She's
Thank you.
adorable.
And that's, just been like, since January, it's been an interesting year. When you prepare for my daughter actually to have a baby, like everything about your own self, bye. You, everything's just gone, you know, that the total, you know, workout or whatever you have going on is just bye bye. And it's really just about your kids. And that's what it's honestly been for me since the beginning of this year. It's been glorious in terms of um, being so grateful, for my family. First of all, I have three children, So my daughter had the baby. The boys, hurry up, let's go. I'm ready.
You want a whole
No,
brood of
but it's
grandchildren.
just been great. And honestly, since if you really think about what has transpired since we have graduated, it's a lot,
Mm,
you know. I
yeah,
mean, think about it. It's a lot. Marriage, babies, life.
yeah.
Um, and I think about like, okay, let's bring up the Miss America pageant. Let's do it. Let's bring it up.
Okay.
That happened.
What year?
That happened. That happened. Um, 1981.
Okay, so
1981. So I went off to school, and my best friend, Lisa, who we all know, God rest her soul, dared me to do this pageant
quick
at the
question, where did you
school.
go off to school?
Widener.
Oh, okay.
Widener.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm. So it's a Wilmington campus.
Hmm.
And so that happened. And so, they not only Lisa, but all my, mates, like,
Hmm.
Jodi, you can sing. Try for that pageant. Okay. So I did that. And wow, it changed my life. And I called my
Really?
mom, who's here. Hi,
Oh,
mom. Hi, mom. Hi, Miss Pennsylvania. There's Miss She's Miss Pennsylvania in the background,
wow.
which was pretty funny because I became Miss Delaware. She was a Miss Pennsylvania. And but it became something like, you my friends dared me to do something, right? So I sang and everybody came and I won this little pageant. So, and then you go to the Miss Delaware pageant, and I was like, oh, I called my mom, like, Mom, what are we gonna do? She's like, okay, well, we'll come and support you. And that happened. and all of that happened. The point of this story is that, you go into life unknowing, right? You navigate the unknown. It's almost like when you have a baby, which I told my own daughter, you just had a baby here. I can be here as much as you want. I get it, but your baby's going to be different. You just do it. You just go for it. So I did that, and then I married Joe Pisarcik, who was the quarterback of the Eagles, and he gave me three beautiful children, and I'm forever just so grateful to him for that. And yeah, so that happened. And along the way, so much time in between graduation and today to really define it. It's just at the end of the day, I'm just really super grateful that I'm ending up here, you know, as a grandmother,
Yeah.
as a grandmother, and a very proud mom of all three of my children.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Honestly, Jake, I don't know if anybody saw what happened to him along the way in my social media, but that kid went on to play for Oregon and just turned our world upside down. You know, when you grow up, you look at the Rose Bowl, you watch it on the parade, you just see the Rose Bowl parade. You're like, yeah, that's great. That wasn't on my bucket list. I ended up there. Amazing. So that happened. And we were so grateful for that as well. That kid really just turned, again, I'll say it, turned our world upside down. But for my other children, equally as wonderful. And I can't say it enough. I'm just, it's a grateful life. It's
Yeah,
a good life,
that's great.
great life.
So where are you now? Are you in
So I'm at
Jersey?
mom's. I would have been broadcasting from the beach,
Oh, okay.
but something else happened along the way today, as you know, between us.
Yeah.
So I stopped halfway. So I stopped halfway to broadcast from my mom's house in Waretown, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I went through Cherry Hill today, though.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
Did you go by the school?
yep,
You
I
did?
did.
Oh,
I did.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go in. No,
Mm-mm.
no.
No. I'd walk in. Well, it's a different time.
Yeah.
You can't walk in and say, "Hey,
Yeah, I know it's
hi,
true. Can't
I'm
do that
so
anymore.
excited to be here. I'm a graduate." They'd be like,
Yeah, yeah,
"Get out."
exactly. So how
Mom,
do you
stop
have
laughing.
how do
Mom,
you have
my mom just laughed at that. Mom,
no.
stop laughing at that.
So how do you have fun other than bouncing your grandbaby on your knee? Have you bitten the pickleball bug there out at the Jersey
So
Shore?
that's really funny you asked me that question. I think I'm the only person that's not played pickleball. And I'm an active person, you know? And no, I have not played pickleball. Power walk, yoga. I
Yeah,
teach. I
that's
teach
great.
yoga. Teach yoga, and which is, I think, a lot of times a conundrum to those of like, well, I can't, come to your class because I'm not flexible. I'm like, you don't need to do that. Just come.
Yeah.
I'm not flexible.
Yeah.
Seriously, I can't. We just come. But yeah, I've been doing that for a number of years and just trying to, more or less simplify my life.
Oh, good.
Eh,
That's yeah.
You know, because I think we all know how old we are right now.
Yes.
Let's just make it simple
Yeah.
and be happy. Enjoy our family, enjoy our grandkids, enjoy our children, our parents while they're still here.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah. That's
keeping
good.
it simple, my friend.
Absolutely. So, what did you enjoy doing back in high school at East?
I was a thespian.
All right.
Remember that?
Yep.
Kara?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I saw
Thespian.
drama all 4 years.
Yeah. So I was a thespian, and which was interesting as high school went along, when you think about people and how, acceptance comes along. So I sang in the choir, yet my boyfriend was the captain of the football team. So we transcended, all the things.
Hmm.
I sang as a thespian. He was an athlete. We got together. It was great,
Yeah.
you know, wonderful. So yeah, I have to attribute a lot of my thespian life during high school to my dad.
Mm, okay.
He and my mom. Hi, mom. And my mom. But he groomed me. Like, he would say, "Okay, so you're gonna try out for this play. Let's play it. I'm gonna play the piano. You're gonna
Oh,
sing, and you're gonna get that part. You're gonna
cool.
get that part."
What was your favorite part? And or did you have multiple, could you say?
Mom's laughing right now. Tipsy. Mama Rose.
Ah.
My
Oh,
10th grade year.
okay. Okay. I remember
My
that.
10th grade year, I tried out for that show, and it was unheard of at the time for a sophomore to have a lead in a play.
Yeah.
And I think I made a lot of people angry when I got that lead, because, you know, that what it is. So, yeah,
Cool.
I got that lead in the plays, Mama Rose and Gypsy, and it was an insane experience.
Hmm.
Bob Nation, right? You remember
Yeah.
him?
Yeah.
Okay. So he rode me hard, that
Yeah.
guy. Like, he
Yeah.
rode me really hard. But he gave me that role with some faith that I
Mm,
could pull it off,
yeah.
which was a lot of pressure, during the time. I'm going to give you this role because I
Yeah.
pull it off.
Yeah.
Came
Hey,
out okay.
were those so I know that for our band, recitals or whatever you want to call them, were recorded on albums. My parents had the albums.
Yeah.
Were those videoed for you all? Were you able to like get
Yes.
them and have copies?
Yes.
Do you have any do you
I
still have
do not, but I
Wow.
know that they were recorded.
Okay.
And
Okay.
anybody that's hearing this right now,
Yeah, if you have a
love to see
recording.
it. Would love to
Yeah,
see it.
that would
Would
be
love to see it.
awesome.
Would love to hear it. That would be great.
Yeah, I know when I talked to Karen Higgins Camarado, she
Yeah, I
mentioned
love her. Hi,
uh
Karen.
she mentioned that she was the fiddler in Fiddler on the Roof, which I remember,
Yes,
and
she was.
I kind of remember
Yes,
that.
she was.
And I never asked her if she had a recording of any of those things, but that'd be really cool to
No, I
kind of
remember Karen doing that because I was in that as well.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so, kind of when you try out for shows at East,
yeah,
got to kind of give it up. As a 10th grader, I had a lead.
yeah.
Don't give it to me again in my 11th grade year. So that was Fiddler in the 11th grade year. And it was awesome. And I was
What
Mama
role? What
Sarah,
were
the
year were
dead
you there?
wife of, yeah,
Oh,
I was his dead wife.
you were the oh, okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, a
That
month
was
of
a
Cam
cool.
Soil. Huh?
Yes,
That was me flying
that's cool.
around.
That is a great that's a great song. That is
I
a
loved it.
great
Oh my
that's a
gosh, I
great
loved
song.
it. I
Yeah,
loved singing that song and being loud and proud about it.
yeah,
And then my
yeah.
senior year was the Music Man. So,
Hmm.
marrying the librarian.
Really?
Who knew?
Oh,
I
that's
did that
great.
too. But at
That's
that point, we
great.
shared, there was double casting by
Okay,
that point,
okay, okay.
right? So I was Marion, so was Valerie DePetta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very
And we
cool. Very
shared
cool.
that role
Very
together.
cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So
Those
that
are
was
some
my high
great.
school. Honestly, it was all about singing and the theater, um and then we end up here.
Yeah. So did you have a job in high school, either in the summers or during the year at all?
Summers.
Summers. What'd you
Yeah.
do?
So the summers I was at the beach.
Okay. Okay.
I had the wonderful luxury of our summer house,
Yeah.
And
Thanks, Mom.
thanks, Mom. Mom, I love you. Thank you. Um, so yes, in the summers, like my first summer job was uh, a cashier,
Oh,
but then as it went beyond, then it was a surf shop
oh, cool.
and and beyond there, you go to college. And so when you come back home during that time frame, I'm thinking about it, actually, Kara, um, it was kind of the same. We just come back to our, that summer job. I was a hostess, you know,
Hmm.
eventually a waitress, we all do that. That service industry, which is great because cash money is great. But honestly, when I think about it, so the summer when I turned 18, I became Miss Delaware. So I was pageanting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now that I turn it back around, so I was pageanting. I was going into the Miss America pageant. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so a couple summers there was no job in Long Beach Island, but a job to try to be Miss America.
Wow, that's so
And I'm
cool.
okay with not having that happen.
So was
It
there
was interesting.
a teacher or class at East that influenced you?
Oh my gosh. Who was it, Mom? Miss Mignona, 10th grade with Marty Rickson.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
All right. I got this in the background. Yeah. Oh, Marty's going to love this.
Yeah.
Marty's one of my dearest friends from high school. Thank God you can maintain those beautiful friendships forever. And Miss Mignona was our favorite because she went from, English to who knew. But she passed us. Thank
Oh.
you. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Mom. But yeah, so actually, 4 years there, you have to give credit to more than just Miss Mignona. And
It has to be Robert Nation as well, right? He had to have a
thank you so
pretty
much.
substantial
Thank you. Thank you
impact
for
on you
filling
as
that in.
well. Yeah.
There were so many, and that's a tough question because
Yeah.
there were so many, but Bob Nation was a dear, and he still is actually a dear friend
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
has looked after me, way beyond high school. Certainly when I went to the Miss America pageant and I was in some shows and you do these things. And but he was there for me.
Oh, that's great.
Great. Yep. So
So, did you have a high school sweetheart?
I did. Uh I don't know if I want to say it
You don't have to.
because
You don't have to.
my senior year, Bob Shaw was I couldn't believe it. I just he was wonderful. He was the captain. I was a homecoming queen. It was like the weird, that's just perfect. But it had nothing to do with those two things. It had everything to do with two people
Hmm.
coming together, and I just adored him. And he went on, as did I.
Hmm.
So that was my high school sweetheart. I'll never forget
Yeah.
ever him,
Okay.
ever, ever, ever.
So, do you have friends from East you're still in touch with?
I do. So wow. Well, I mentioned Marty,
Yep.
right? And my Lisa, who's up
And I'm
there.
sorry, Lisa, last
Lisa
name?
Tandurjan,
Oh,
cook.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that story? No? Or yes?
Don't don't remember the story. I
So Lisa Tandurjan, cook, she married Doug Cook.
Okay. And she was a year behind us, or
She was with us.
she was with ours.
She
Okay.
moved to us in our junior year from
Okay.
Michigan.
Okay.
Mhm. And immediately she had a crush on Doug Cook. Do you remember Doug Cook?
I do. I do.
Okay. So we became instant friends. She had a crush on him, and
He
it
played
became
football as
like this.
well, right?
He
He
did.
was, well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Actually, he was a captain of the football team, senior. But oh my gosh, there's some Carol. There's so many. Oh my gosh, I don't
No,
want to discount one living soul
no,
that has
I don't
stayed
think
with me.
anybody will take
Carol
offense there.
Becker.
Yeah.
Carol Becker. Love her to death. Love her to death.
Yeah. So Facebook's also
She's
a good way
amazing.
to connect.
Mm,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Have
For
you
sure.
lost track of anybody you were pretty close with?
Mm-mm,
No. That's good.
I've
That's
not.
good.
And
That's
I
good.
feel bad. Let's go back to that first because there's more answers to that other
Oh yeah,
question
sure.
of those that I keep in touch with.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like great. But I'm so grateful uh, for the continued, relationships with those. And I'd love to list them, Carol and others. I want to say this to you in this time. So I told, I'm a yoga teacher. We pay attention to the here and the now, the present. Um, Robin Garland.
Yeah.
I think it would be a great idea for us all to pray for her,
Yeah.
her family, her children. I'm going to cry talking about it, but I think it's a good idea to do it
Yeah.
before we leave us today. Um, you know,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate,
Yeah.
unfair.
Yeah.
That beautiful girl never smoked a
Yeah.
day in her life,
Yeah.
right? She's got lung cancer. No,
Yeah.
what? Really?
So
Um, yeah, so I just felt it important to say that
yeah,
and to bring that out for everybody to pray for her and her family.
for sure.
Mm, hmm
Yeah. Um, I mean that so my next question is like do you have a standout memory? And I don't know if you've kind of already
From high school,
answered. Yeah.
a standout memory from high school. I do. Well, there's many, but let me point out one. I think it was this just came to mind as like a knee jerk, that thought bubble that comes right out. A knee jerk reaction to that would be when I walked down the runway my 10th grade year doing Gypsy and singing that song. And Bob Nation stood up for me at the end and was at the end of the runway, just going like this. I'm like, I did my job. I'm a kid. I'm 15. I'm 15. And I did my job for that man. That was a standout. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd
it's
be cool.
huge. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Big one. Right, Mom?
Um, so do you have anything you wish classmates knew about you back then or now?
I think back then they knew all they needed to know about me. I mean, from you go through 9, 10, 11, and 12th grade. You evolve along the way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, what anybody thought of me along the way, I don't care.
Good.
I really
Good.
don't. I
Good
love you.
response.
I love all of you. I love all of you. And that's all there is. So
That's great.
all I got.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So, did you ever go back inside the building? Did you ever occasion to in the past 40
I,
plus?
you know what? I did. And I think it was
There was a
when,
reunion, wasn't there a like a art
but it
or a
wasn't
drama reunion
there.
thing? It wasn't there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't at the school.
Oh, okay.
But I did go through the school, believe it or not, because my son, Jake, my youngest, played football against East.
Oh.
And this was Shawnee, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm like, I'm here. He's playing my alma mater. How's this going to go? Who do I root for?
Your kid.
But that's right, precisely.
Yeah.
So, but I did walk through the back of the school. I was kind of surprised by that because of all the security
Mhm.
anymore that I was able to do it, but I did. And I walked through and just around the hallways. So we would be talking about that. I did that would be about 2014, 2000, actually, no, 2012. Right.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it
Oh, wow.
was back then. Yeah. So I did have the opportunity. Who was, oh my gosh, just when I'm thinking about what I walked through,
Hmm.
thinking about the pictures on the wall, and there was those favorite teachers, if you
Right.
will. We all
Hmm.
had them, right?
Yeah.
Who was yours, Kara?
Mine?
Yeah, who was yours?
Um, that's funny. I,
Come on,
no,
come on, girl.
uh, certainly I had a few biology teachers, but I don't know, I didn't have that one impactful teacher, honestly, that I can think about. I mean, everybody loved Mr. Kovlevich, the
Oh
English
God.
teacher from
Okay,
11th
thank
grade.
you.
So he
Thank you
was,
very much.
yeah, so
I
he
was waiting
was,
for that. I
yeah,
was
so
waiting for
he's,
that. Yeah, the
he's
best.
great.
Yeah.
Um, but, yeah, I mean, I like my so I think it was John Heisler was I think he was a
Oh,
history
another
teacher.
one.
He was a history teacher, but
Oh, good
he was
one.
my
Yes.
tennis coach. He was
Yes.
the tennis coach. So
Yes.
I really liked him too. But and we have a few, I remember Mr. Druce and I remember, our the
Oh my
some of
gosh.
the biology
Who taught
professors.
Chaucer? Like I remember Chaucer and I remember it was a husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs.
Mm-mm.
And they taught English and it was Chaucer. And I'll never forget this. Like the husband came into the classroom, Beowulf. There we go.
Hmm.
So we were working on Beowulf, and the husband came in into the wife, and I'm like, okay, it's great,
Yeah.
but I forget their names.
Yeah.
Bummer.
So if you go back to 1980 and you look out here 40 plus years, is this where you saw yourself?
No, but I'm okay with it. Like whoever knows
Yeah.
what you see yourself.
Yeah.
You have these ideals and dreams, but at the end of the day, I'm okay with where I am today.
Yeah.
It
Did you have
ended
a
up,
dream job?
that I have a dream job? Look, my mom is laughing.
Yeah. I mean, were you going to be on Broadway or did
That
you
would have
think
been
about that?
great.
That would
That
have
would
been
have been
okay.
awesome. Yes, it's a singer, an actress and a singer, and that you build your resume and you go along the way and you're like, wow, maybe it's not, maybe marrying Joe Pisarcik and having three babies is what was meant for me. Because when that happened, Kara, when I married Joe, he's like, um, no more of that going on, traveling and acting and being photographed. Like he was very happy with me just being home and with him. Okay, I'm good with that. I think it was on our honeymoon, and I got a call from my um, agent. He's like, "You got to fly to Florida, and you got to do this shoot." And Joe was like, "Okay, no more of that." That's kind of where it all began, where there was no more of that.
Mm,
So there was those dream jobs that I had built for myself prior. When it evolved, it was really great. It was not met with a lot of support. I'm okay with that too. So don't get me wrong. Having babies was just as beautiful. So I'm okay with it.
very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. best piece of advice you'd go back and give your 18-year-old self, or maybe you gave your 18-year-old kids?
Ah. Mom, do you hear that one? I'm gonna, give any of your 18-year-old kids and your grandkids any? Kara, can you give me a moment?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot. There's a lot. Um, at the end of the day, believe in yourself, love yourself. I know that sounds a little whatever. Well, everybody says it or whatever, but it's true. I'm a yoga teacher. Okay. I promote self love and self care every day of my life. Wake up every day and just believe in your own self, in your own thoughts, in your own goals. Go for it. What happens at the end of the day is what happens at the end of the day. And it's okay. Everything's okay. You're going to
Yeah.
be okay. I'm going to be okay. Kara, you're okay. How
Very
about that?
true. That's sound
How's that
advice.
going?
That's
How's
that's
that for
sound
you?
advice. Yeah.
Yep.
So we've reached our fast and furious finish, which, as I always say, is usually not fast nor furious, but we'll give it a go here. So, did you have a favorite TV show or a favorite movie or a
Oh,
favorite?
don't. It's Sonny and Cher. Okay.
Oh
I'm a
yeah,
huge Cher fan. Don't even get me
yeah,
started. Sonny and Cher from day one. My mom,
yeah.
Sonny and Cher, Sonny and Cher. Love Cher. Loved everything about Cher. And everybody used to ask me, "What do you love about Cher?" It's not about her singing voice, which is okay. It's about her tenacity, her drive, her power, and her foresight. It
Not to
just,
mention her longevity.
you got that right, sister.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. She's
Look at
amazing.
her. She's 77.
Yeah,
I'm still a huge fan,
yeah,
but I was a
yeah.
big fan back in the early 70s, and I just love her. Always my favorite, Sonny and Cher.
That's right. That's great. Did you have a favorite
And
group or artist, music
oh gosh, I
wise?
have a lot.
Here's where I
Love
plug
you.
Heaven's Edge and Reggie.
What's that?
I said, here's where I plug Heaven's Edge and Reggie.
Okay. Who's yours? I love you too. No,
So
you
you
too.
love you too.
I love
Uh,
you too.
right, which is okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How about you?
And you two isn't in my top, but I was a big Billy Joel fan. Big Billy Joel.
Billy Joel too. And
Yeah.
he's coming back around,
Yes. Yeah. He
right?
just put out a new
He's coming
song.
back around.
Yeah.
And it's so great. He still goes to the, Madison Square Garden and
Yeah.
plays all the show and brings his daughter in, which is
Yeah.
amazing. He's great. I love him too. So
Yeah.
I have many
Yeah.
favorites, but
For
Billy
sure.
Joel's a good one for sure.
Yeah. Um, was there a favorite place that you hung out with friends back at
Oh my
East
God.
or went to
Kaminsky's,
eat?
come on.
Okay.
Coastline.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
You were there. You were there too. No?
No, I was
Or
not
yes?
a I was not a
No?
Kaminsky, no, not a Kaminsky coastline person. No, that
Okay. Well,
wasn't
then good
me.
for you.
Though I've heard it, I tell you, man, doing this podcast, I've heard a lot of funny stories of people and their experiences. So it's been
Did you
great.
really?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that answer kind of the same with between Kaminsky's
Oh
and
yeah.
Coastline? Yeah.
Yeah. Karen Higgins has some stories
Oh
and
God.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
for
sure.
sure. Yeah.
I'm sure she did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here's the part where
Mm-mm.
we bring in
Oh,
the high school. So did you like your picture? And did you like your quote?
oh,
Your
I hate
quote
that
being
picture.
Trezor's most,
I
Bob
hate that
Shaw,
picture.
and the group.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
weren't a fan of this picture.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
don't like
I
it.
don't know that any of us liked our pictures. I
But
mean, we had
does
those cowl
anybody like their
necks.
senior high
So
school picture? My
I
mom
think
does.
I think some of
Mom, right?
the
Mom does.
I think some of the guys do because they had hair and now they don't. So
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
no offense, guys.
No offense,
Um,
guys. We love you.
so what language did you take at East and have you ever found it
Spanish.
useful? Okay. Ever found it useful?
No.
No. Okay.
other than, hola.
Okay.
Or let me take that back. I was in Spain and I was like, I don't speak Spanish. So
Yeah.
whatever that is. Yeah,
Gotcha. And so lastly, I'll give you your parting shot here. Anything you want to say to anyone or everyone who might be listening from the class today?
really. Are you going to edit this?
Uh,
Because it's a very loving thought.
please.
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
It has been my pleasure to spend this time with you, Kara, and to reminisce about my fellow 1980 graduates. I miss you all. I love you all. And namaste.
Namaste. Hopefully we'll see you in April, May next year when Alan puts
Yeah,
together the reunion, right?
correct. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
All
Well,
right,
Jody,
man.
thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Kara, it's been my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Have a
Absolutely.
wonderful day.
You too. Take care.
Thanks for joining me on It's Been How Long? The podcast about Cherry Hill High School East students from the late 1970s and the early 80s. A shout out to my cousin Brad Corbett, whose podcast We Weren't Friends in High School inspired me to do this podcast and whose advice and encouragement have been so helpful. Thanks also to my husband, Randy Cockdale, who read all the fine print on the podcast hosting website so I wouldn't have to. And thanks to Jeff Lyons, content consultant and guinea pig, and to Deborah Smead, also content consultant. And thank you to all our classmates who are listening in. See you next week.